like every videos, I'm gonna start off saying thank you, God. Thank you, and I thank God for giving me the ability to see things for what they are when things are supposed to be presented in ways to counter reality. Um, I don't know how I'm still able, with that much effort, to create this false reality around me, to still see these people and what they're really part of. I mean, it just I continuously able to see them for the pathetic low life that they are, the bottom fears that they are. Um, like I said, everybody's gonna try to make me accept these manipulations. That's obvious manipulation, but that's because I'm a test subject, and this is a way to cognitively and obviously physically, but that's just visible. But to cognitively manipulate me to the point of breaking down, it is truly pushing people into insanity, and even the things I'm gonna say gonna sound like basically damn near insanity. But that's their job, and while they want me to identify with these manipulations, they are people who are just contracted to make me accept this nastiness. That's their job. On a Saturday, on a Sunday, that's what they do. They live life method acting, gaslighting, to the point where they want me to accept this. If anything, what it does to me is just gives me frustration, or if anything, anger, because I'm listening to some trash who's acting for me to accept this disgusting manipulation they've done to so many others. So when we see each other, sometimes I don't even want to look at this person because I don't want to be too agitated. Because when you see them, you're like, oh my gosh, it's even more sure. You're more sure of it. So I'm like, I'm gonna look away because I'm scared to how I'm gonna react if I look at this person, and this trash try to play this game, right? And this some of them have chip on their shoulder. This some losers, some childlike individuals. Others just really acting like, I'm like, oh my gosh, look at your trash ass. You think I'm going to ever identify to this manipulation? I understand my brain can be manipulated in every ways, and I'm gonna go through some things that they do that even today, after how many thousand of videos, or 1,500, 1,400, whatever video amount I have since 2020, they still want me. Oh no, this time this is real. No, this is real. This one right now, no, this is real. After me showing over and over that I know this is manipulation, I know what this. Oh, but this moment, that was a real moment. We're not doing anything. We're mapping your brain. I was like, okay, shut. Yeah, that's why I'm gonna look at you. I was like, these people are not manipulating my brain. They don't do that. They won't do that. They would not do the pedophilia type of torture. They are mapping and yeah. Look. This bottom feeder, this childlike looking person. Look, it's her money. It's their material. It's their world. Look at child like she looked like this. Look at this loser. She's at war. Look at how warrior like she is. Yes, So for me, it's just like, don't even look at this bottom feeders because you're gonna react. You're gonna be agitated. These childlike individuals are contracted strictly for this level of childlike minded they are. I don't want to say the word, but I gotta say they're contracted for them be able to be, for them to be able to be retarded. They want to agitate the target individual. Some losers that can barely know what to. So let me look away and let this bottom feeder sold to these pedophiles do her thing away from me, because in front of me it's not gonna look good. Um, with me, I expect horrible things to happen to me because, of course, I'm not identifying with this psyop. They wanted to present themselves now. We are this group of fam. This bullshit stuff I've been talking about. This is so full of shit. But that's the job. You have to be persistent in what they do. They have to be consistently try to present the PSYOP. That's what PSYOP is. You have to be persistently showing that we're this. As much as obvious as not that. As obvious as that you're not what you're trying to show, you have to continuously do it. And at this point, it's just so humiliating to still try to present that. So you want me to think that you guys are running this program, and it's anything but this massive government that's been doing this program for years, since the 60s, and everything you're doing to me has been said by others. They tell me how they're going to break my back. They've done that to so many others. This man, father saying I was paralyzed for X amount of days. Everything they do, everything I can bring up there, a testimony of somebody else saying the exact same thing. That have nothing to do with me. So what kind of person can endure this level of humiliation and still try to maintain this PSYOP? A childlike-minded individual or somebody who doesn't respect themselves to be able to endure this level of humiliation reality? It's one thing to do that every once in a while, but 24/7 trying to counter reality, you don't do the pedophilia type of torture. You don't manipulate people in this pedophilia way. This is not part of this cognitive attacks of breaking the target individual, the test subject. You don't do that. No, you know what? I'm not going to think that you do that. I think that you guys are different than every other testimonials of target individual, that you won't do the pedophilia type of torture. Of course. Now, like I said, I'm not going to, I'm going to do my best to not even try to be, like, I'll do my best to ignore them when I see them in person, because it's so easy. In person, it's even more obvious. I've been in my apartment, didn't do much, and so there's been a lot of manipulation. As you've seen my videos, I've been taking screenshots of everything they do to me, but sometimes I'm just like, okay, this is just too obvious. I'm not going to take a screenshot. Nope. After a few hours or so, they start manipulating me. In this you know, when I make this video, it's like, if I describe what's just happened to my brain, it's going to sound nonsensical, because it is nonsensical the way they manipulate me. But I'm going to try to explain, not even explain, to describe what's happening to me and give the reason why they do that. And try to make sense. Not even try to make sense, but try to give this video a purpose. Because if I had to summarize, what they do is just really try to push me into insanity. That's it. But how they doing this is simple. It's not that simple, but it's via this pedophilia type of tormenting. They do this nasty manipulation that is meant to push me into insanity. It is very, very disturbing. Why is disturbing is this perps, these people living around you, who at this point, there is no way they can disassociate themselves from me knowing that they do these manipulations. There is nothing they can do. There is nothing. They can act however they want. I see them from the low life bottom feeder pedophiles that have been manipulating people in this ways. Some people ended up killing. And so when I get these reactions and manipulations, they try, oh my God, it's like, you piece of low life. I'm looking at them for the trash that they are. You guys are trash. And they look at their phone, thinking, oh, if I look at my phone, if I'm looking at my phone, and let me look at my phone, oh, we saw that as a trash, as bunch of pedos. And I don't even have doubts that everybody knows that this is how they break people down. Everybody knows. I don't even think, before it's like, maybe these people don't know. No. Everybody that you see participating know that this is one of these tactics they do to push somebody to lose their mind. Everybody knows, because there is too much obviousness in regard of the testimonies. And I haven't been making it easy for them. I've been making videos since 2020. And it's been consistently happening. And on top of that, the testimonials have been just deadly. Just literally say, they make me think in these ways. They give me these stimulations. They do the program. They do pedophilia type of torture. To the point where it even surveyed target individual of 1,000, a sample of 1,000 have mentioned child pornography input in their brain. There is no way to escape this obvious pattern of tactics to break people down. And it makes sense. If you're trying to break somebody down, what is the most tormenting things you can make somebody experience that is psychological? What would you do? If you didn't care, if there's no limits to how disgusting it can be, what would you do? You will force a man or woman to have sexual stimulation toward children. And that will break that person down. And then you will have people around them to make noise campaign when this happens. And tell this trash, like, no, yeah, war, that's why you can do that. They are low-life bottom feeders. And as I'm saying that, they try to disorient me, try to change subject, because this is what they do. It is supposed to break you down. And when you see things for what they are supposed to change subject. This is pure gaslighting 101. And they use this dumbass fucking retard that they're so deluded. You know, why I know that these people are out of touch with reality too, in the sense that we target individuals are within a synthetic reality where they manipulate us. We don't experience ourselves. Everything is manipulated. When I knew something was off with them, is the surprise of these people when you would. They couldn't even comprehend that. Why would I want to harm them when they're involved in a program that, like, they would be shocked. It's like, why would this person want to be aggressive toward me? What? They're so out of touch with reality. To think that somebody, they dedicate their time to break them down day in and day out. They do these horrible things to their body and to their mind. They are literally manipulating them in the most disturbing ways. Why would you harm me? I know that truly, like, they will be, what? When the truth is, you're lucky that I'm not an aggressive person. Anybody else, especially a man, with an ounce more of aggression, this thing will end it really quickly. This person would be dead already, and will probably taking somebody with him easily, because at this point there's no doubt. But there is literally a bill called End National Defense Abuse Act, because there's so much pedophilia in the Department of Defense that this act was supposed to limit the amount of child porn that's being downloaded by employees of the Department of Defense using the Department of Defense computers and using Department of Defense network. There is so much of it that the Child Protective Services ranked them as 19th out of 2,900 network. It is ridiculous. Like, in every way, it's been humiliation. And these bottom feeders want to still be like, no, it's our money. It's like trash. These tactics of psyops have been so commonly done that this Robert Duncan, literally on the podcast, is like, they like to trick target individuals to make them believe that this is anything else but a mass government. Literally describing what these trash are doing to me in every way. I don't know this Robert Duncan. He said the exact same thing that I'm saying. It's like, these people want me to believe it's their money. They are and so when they act, they're so in method acting that they forget, like, what? I know you torture women. I know you torture children. I know you, what? You have blood of all. You think and they're like, oh my gosh, what, do you want to harm me? Of course I don't want to harm you. But if I was somebody a little bit more aggressive, I would what? And then on top of that, this would be an easy way to end these things for me. They tell me about all the horrible things I'm going to go through. The way I can end this is to die. So when I see you, a trash who's involved in a program that not only torture men and women, but children too. Please say you're girls, so I can bring up the girls that this program have tortured. And some of them who, no. Please say you're kids, so I can bring up the kids that you guys torture, or the women. You see? I know who's the threat to children. I know who's going to be continuing on and harming and doing horrible things to women and children. So, if I was an aggressive person, I see you. I know who you work for. I know what you're involved in. I know what this is about. I know the manipulations. I know the issues that have been ongoing for years in this governmental entity. I see your dumbass, a childlike retard who can't even say 2 words. What do you think? So the level of this acting is so, they get lost in this shit. They're like, when somebody's just like, oh my gosh, you wanna, like, don't, no. I am not somebody aggressive. But if I decide to lose it, if I do something to you, you should never be surprised about this. You should never be surprised. You should never be surprised if me decide to be aggressive and do something to you. Matter of fact, you should kind of expect it. If you think these manipulations are making me identify to these things, you go through my thousands video. From 2020 to now. This is why I make videos, to make sure that these bottom feeders that they force, that try to make me identify to these things. No, that is never gonna happen. I'll never identify with this nasty manipulation. I know who I am, and I know this is a common thing they do to target individuals. And it's going to continue on over and over and over. And I will never identify. Now my brain is more ravaged than ever. It's more manipulative than ever. More manipulated than ever. More controlled than ever. And I'm lesser than me than ever. Meaning I'm no longer myself, even more than before. So for me, it's just accepting the reality of things and understanding that I am lucky in one way. Now, I'm not lucky in the sense that bad things are not going to happen to me. Horrible things are going to happen to me. The humiliation of the fact that these people cannot even say the name of a pedophile. That a mass shooting just killed a child and shot and a 10-year-old got shot in the leg. And they did the same nasty pedophilia type of tormenting things to him. He lost his shit, killed 18 people, wounded 13. That was in October last year. And more will happen. And it's going to be like that. These governmental entities are filled with pedophiles. This is an issue that's real. And these tactics have commonly utilizing the pedophilia type of torture to break people down. And what they are is just to trash this government utilized to continuously develop this technology. So, for me, it's just that I have to accept the reality. Throughout the night when I was sleeping, they just tell me I'm going to be the husband of the wife of somebody because they're going to frame me and all. I was like, do your nastiness. Keep blessing yourself like that. Everything has its time. I understand. You're God now. You do all the foul things that you do want to do until those moments come. Now, these bottom feeders don't understand reality to the point where they, like I said, they're being shocked that somebody want to be aggressive toward them. Why? What? Oh my God. That's how out of touch with reality they are. This is how out of touch. A man just lost his mind to the point where he killed 18 people. A child too. He shot a place where there's so many kids. It was youth night, so kids league, and shut the place up. You wonder why he did that? So these people are so delusional that even the thoughts of me thinking in an aggressive way toward them is like, oh my God, what? First of all, it takes a lot of strength to not do anything. And thank God because I prayed to the point where God gave me strength, because if I ever do anything to these losers, these bottom feeders, look at this bad pathetic losers, it will be weak. We'll be weak. Because listen, I'm not the strongest man, but some of the people like the craziest one, not the craziest, the one that wants to be like the more like I saw you. They're like little nothings. They're the one that like, oh my God, I'm like looking at them, it's like Jesus. It's not the biggest guy who's like, oh look good. No, it's just a little trash. Oh, it's you. It's that world. It's like what? I'm like, oh, what? You trash ass. You nasty low life. You being groomed to be doing that to even children. And so imagine I do something to this. Never. Who I'm mimicking here are those perps that act like with this fake anger, like I'm walking. It's like trash. You're not gonna act your way out of reality. I'm gonna bring right back to reality. There's no escapism. Your God, okay, this is why you're God. So, for me, I was like, there was a time when I really felt like I could get to that point. They're pushing, and I know too much information. I'm not identifying. I know this is the tactics to cognitively break down the target individual. I understand. I'm not, and with me, they were trying to be like, and they still try to play this. Like, look at us. We're educated, very progressive, and it's like, I don't give a f about how educated, how progressive you are. There is nothing that can escape the fact that there's so many testimonials that show a clear pattern. There's nothing more linear than what they do. It is ridiculous. I mean, man, literally a woman said, they start doing this program perversion, made me have this sensation, and then aimed it towards children. What? They're not going to do pedophilia type of torture? Oh, pedophilia type of torture. What? Who said that? A woman who's a talking individual who said they do the pedophilia type of torture, and ever since then, I've been using the same word. In every way, a transgender woman is like there's people around you try to make her. You think I'm going ever? On top of that, the entities running this program. Of course, I know this is not going to be some fake woke or some woke childlike looking person with their money. You think the government's not involved in this? You think I don't know the Department of Defense is not obviously running this? They've been working on that since the 60s. You think now, oh no, they gave it to this rogue femme fatale.